Okay.
I'm using it as a platform to raise awareness.
Okay.
You know,
So
catch it early in your gut.
I will find a way to give you that opportunity at the end.
And I'm not gonna do the whole email thing and everything, but
Nope. I'll keep that the challenge. I really think if you want to say to the folks out there.
you need to say sometimes you may have to. It was a little bit shorter now. Oh my gosh.
I think it's important. Like that means you don't have contact with everybody. The industry is tight, so maybe people are wondering. People don't know. So in case you're wondering, knock on wood, things are great.
Yep.
I'm on the road to recovery, but let this be a lesson. Get your man.
Keep on turning, keep on turning, keep on turning. Keep on turning, keep on turning, keep on turning.
Welcome back to Clean Show 2025. Laundry Nerd Central continues day number 3. Laundry Nerd Podcast again is live. You knew we would be. We all know how great this industry is, and we know it's great because of the awesome people. And with us today are probably 2 of the best. I'm not sure you're going to find any better couple than these 2. So the next guest, Steve and Sharon Brinks, owners of Laundry Station in Wichita. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And I have to say up front, thank you for joining me because I missed your Laundry Cares event. You didn't hold it against me. You came. I'm going to make it up to you, I promise. Okay. All right. So tell me about the last 3 days here. What's been your experience? This show has been amazing.
I'm exhausted. Not just because I'm getting old. It's just there's so much to absorb. It's been 3 years since the last clean show. There's so many new products, so many improvements. Everybody, I mean, as you know, everybody rolls out their new stuff. Absolutely. And they're everybody's competing for your eyeballs. They want you to walk to their booth and look at it, and we're like kids in the candy store because we are laundry nerds. I mean, we all are here.
Thank you for admitting that.
Yes, I'm on the road to no, I'm not on the road to recovery. It's just getting worse. It's a disease, but it's been a blast, and it is a lot like somebody said earlier, like the first day. I think it's like a class reunion.
Yeah.
Because there's so many friends that we know that are just in the laundry industry. They're all over the country. I mean, friends from Hawaii and California and Washington and Florida and Maine and all over the country. And we haven't seen them for 3 years.
How quickly does that start? You're 5 or 6 steps in and you're running into somebody. Boom, boom. I wanted to get over to that booth and it's been 20 minutes and I can't make it.
The first day was, oh, hi, how are you doing? And big hugs. So I'm probably, if there's any virus that gets spread across the country, I'm the super spreader because everybody had to come up and hug me and ask me how I'm doing and stuff. And then the next one, we're hugging. So I'm sorry if the whole country gets sick. It was probably me.
So tell me, I want to hear what the highlights are for both of you. So your number one highlight so far.
Well, before we get to that really fast, I want to say thank you for having us on.
Absolutely.
But then to go back to your point, what I really would like to say is this is a cool event because we start looking forward to the next clean show and the next event, whether it's put on by Alliance or by the Clean Show folks or by our local distributors, literally from the day they stop the last event that they have. So we're already looking forward to the next clean show, even though we're sitting here talking to you about how awesome this one has been over the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, and we still have another day, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so much to see.
Oh, for sure. So what are the highlights? Anything stand out in your minds on like, wow, that's amazing, or that technology, or that machine?
Well, I think one of the coolest things is just watching a robot learn to do laundry in literally several hours. Now, it's very slow. We saw that, but I think that technology is really cool that's developing up. But I see, so many innovations in, even our products with Alliance, how they just have continued to innovate and improve and make them better, stronger, more robust, be able to handle more cycles, just all kinds of interesting things. So
sure.
The combo washer dryer, which we've all seen at like Lowe's and Home Depot, right? Like the home grade ones that are all plastic. And now you have the commercial grade washer dryer combo machine. So throw your laundry in, set your settings, and it'll wash it and it'll dry it and then come back and boom, done.
Yeah, we're super excited about that product. 1 hour start to finish. I mean, time is money. That's the one commodity that everyone can't get enough of. And 1 hour start to finish is a big deal for sure.
Yeah.
I keep talking to people about the show, and I feel like this one has an energy that's been different than years past. And it seems cliche to say that, but the people I've talked to have said, yeah, there's just more excitement. There's more just, I don't know, energy.
Yeah. It does seem that way. And I don't, maybe it's because it's
Why is that?
Is it been because it's been 3 years? Because we're getting back on the cycle again after COVID? I don't know if it's just the pent up energy or the fact that, it's Florida. We get to come to Florida. I'm not really sure. But isn't this the biggest clean show so far? Like most booths and most attendees. I think they set records. So, I don't know.
For me, it's coming down here to see how we can improve our own laundromats for everybody, or even the other folks who are in that other side of the dry cleaning business. You know, it's like you come down here, you can look at new equipment, you can say, how can I put that into my laundry, regardless of how we do it. I mean, we're all in the textile care business, and we're, you know, some of them are customer facing and some aren't. But how do you improve your processes? How do you improve your bottom line? You know, so those are the things too that I think that looking forward to the Clean Show is just so awesome to do.
And totally unrelated to our industry is the big tunnel washers, those big racking systems. And you talk about, it's just like great big toys that you have no use for whatsoever, but they're so fun to watch.
Look at, right?
Yeah. It's like, wow, look at that.
It's like when you're a kid and you see like the heavy equipment operating, the graders and things like that. That never gets old. Every year I come, I'm like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So the big question for you, who's got the checkbook? Because I know you guys always have your eye on the next thing. You got the checkbook. Are checks getting written? What's going on between you two
I have
here?
to pay my landlord every month. For some reason, he wants paid. But then I'm also the one that then takes the money from the landlord's account and pays the bank. Otherwise, we'd be foreclosed on. But yeah, but just more, I'm a little more, we're detail oriented in different ways. So Steve is an engineer. And if you know an engineer, you know what that means. It's like, it's a different animal. Talk about a different animal. He thinks differently. Outside the box, he's unaware of the fact there is a box. So he's so outside the box. And he will come up with a great idea. And it usually takes me about, I'm not kidding you, about 2 years to come around and say, you know, I think that is a good idea. That has happened on more than one occasion. So, but yeah, I'm usually the one running numbers, demographics, and just live, breathe this 24/7. And then he comes home and I'm like, hey, I have a thought. I have an idea. And he's like, yeah, I thought of that 2 years ago. And then I got the checkbook out. Here
So
we
the
go.
idea wasn't new. The idea was hatched a couple years ago, but you just kind of go with the flow.
Sometimes, yeah. The best ideas are 2 years old. That's not true.
I love
But she does. But you got to keep in mind, this is her business.
Yeah.
You know, I am there supporting her in any way that I possibly can. So when she asked me to do a design or help to design the new laundromat, it's the infrastructure. It's not the customer experience. So when you come into the store, it's her baby. Running the store is hers. So but I will help her build it. Right.
That's what I love, the balance between you guys. I love the chemistry and the balance. It's just, the energy is good. It works. It works. I love it.
But yeah, we own both of we have 2 laundromats. We own the real estate for both of them. So he does the design, loves to build them, and then I run them, but I get my input of, okay, he's like, well, what about this layout? And I'm like, I don't like that because the attendant can't see back here, or blah, 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 and then we hash it out. So that's how we work together.
So we talked a little bit about some products that you were looking at yesterday that kind of caught your eye. What are you thinking that might be something that checkbook comes out maybe before we leave? You got one more day.
Well, Alliance, they've had like on the Alliance front, the stack washer dryer combo unit that a little bit controversial depending on which of our salespeople, of our personal distributor salespeople we talk to. But
they have opinions.
They do. But I have the checkbook, so I will win.
Checkbook trumps all.
Yeah, and we'll have a design that will make that will work for that. There's I don't know. Do we talk about any? Do I do a shout out to anything else, or I don't know. I don't know how much I want to shout out. I don't want to show my cards just yet. But we have.
Lead you in a direction, but.
And on our website, and there's things coming in the next few months. Trust me.
Expect the unexpected with these two. That is how this energy works.
And also with us, some things will often seem like, wow, that was sudden and spur of the moment. No, we've been thinking about it a long time. We just kind of quiet.
Because Steve had that idea 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 5.
I don't claim anything 5 years old.
5 years is
no.
Statute of limitations goes out then.
I forgot about it by then. I'm getting old. I can't remember much past 2 years. So I know
Noted.
it's 2
You and me
years.
both. All right. I already referenced the Laundry Cares event. Let's talk about that. That was a couple months ago. How did it go? Tell me about it.
I have a little orange ribbon, and I don't have a ribbon So Laundry Cares is the charitable foundation arm of the CLA that was formerly the Coin Laundry Association. It's now Connect, Learn, and Advocate. I think I got that right. And so they provide free laundry and literacy days with laundromats across the country. And we got to host one in May. It was the first one ever in Kansas.
It was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we served over 900 I wish. 90 families, over
Okay.
90 families. We had 200 plus attendees, and we did, according to the wonderful insights metrics that I can see how many cycles ran on my washers. We did 7,420 pounds of laundry.
Wow.
It was insane. We had people around the block. We did it for 4 hours. Gave away hundreds of books, kids' books to people. We have a brand new Read, Play, Learn Center that was graciously donated by Alliance Laundry Systems. Thank you guys very much. Those things are not cheap, but boy, are they durable, well built, and very well loved. The kids are just gravitating towards it. The parents take their kids over there. They love the kids. I've always had, ever since we opened, we've had a reading space. I've had a bookcase, table and chairs for kids. It's just kind of blah. But man, this is like the little kids' blue sofa and a table and 4 chairs and the bookcase and the books and blocks and puppets and magnetic board and letters and everything. It's a whole shebang. So the parents love it. So it's good for business as well. We volunteered at one here at Clean Show. There was on the Friday, the day before it opened. There was one here in, where are we? We're in Orlando. In Orlando, we volunteered at that, and that was a blast. I did registration desk. He wrangled parts. And then we also got them to commit, the Laundry Cares folks, to commit to doing one at our other store next year. So we're going to get on their calendar, and they'll pick a date, and we'll make it happen. But that was our first, but it's not going to be our last. So the look on people's faces when they're getting free laundry and winning the door prizes, and Brian Grell's going around saying there's one rule, and that's the smile.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a smile, and he's riding around on kids' bikes, which is a sight in itself. And kids and getting faces painted and books. It's awesome. So if you're thinking about having one, have one. Contact Laundry Cares.
And one thing I love about the Learning Center is it was actually designed, I think, by the CLA folks, and they went to some outside sources to try to figure out how to engage the kids, and they came up with all these activities and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see, because I would have never expected this. I just thought, you put the books out, you get an interest in it, the parents will help, but this system actually helps to draw kids to that.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is we've seen an increase in how long our people will stay, or they're more comfortable being at the laundromat because of that, which helps our dollars. It helps us to be able to afford new equipment and other things too. So it's a win-win. But the biggest win is for the kids.
Yeah.
So it really is.
And if you're thinking, I'm going to detract from my business and it's more stuff I got to clean, as I always say, your holy grail of customers is the mom with a bunch of kids.
100%.
She's doing a lot of laundry, and those kids have friends, moms know other moms, and they talk, and they're saying, yeah, this laundromat down here. So it's good for business.
Absolutely. I always like to ask people who've done it if there was one particular interaction that you had or one particular moment that just stands out that you were like, oh my gosh, this made it all worthwhile. This is why I'm going to have another one.
I was thinking during the event.
Oh, during the event.
During the event, I think. It's not, that one wasn't the kid, but it was the guy that won the free laundry at the end.
Yeah.
He was one of our first customers when we first opened 7 years ago. We opened this bigger store in April of 18, and he was one of our first customers. He's been a loyal customer ever since. And our grand prize was $500 worth of free laundry. And because the way our setup is, we're fully attended. We do drop-off laundry, you can self-service, you can pay at the counter and everything. I said, look, you can use this $500 for the intent was for self-service laundry or snacks, pop, laundry supplies, whatever, just it's your grand prize. You use however you want. And he said, I have never won anything in my life. I can't believe this. I am so happy. I'm over the moon. I come here every week. And ever since, he's used it for drop-off service. He's pampering himself. It's awesome.
That is super
He
cool.
drops it off and he just feels so proud of himself. And then he comes back and his laundry's just done for him. So giving somebody something they would never have had and never dreamed they'd ever
Right.
get. So what was your exciting thing?
I was gonna say, just seeing the little kids being put down on the carpet.
That's part of the
in-
Retail
in-
Learn Center.
Right. It's not like carpet throughout the whole store, but it's carpet just in the area of the learning center.
Yeah.
And, that gets washed every so often, but the parents just bring them in. They'll put their babies right there on the floor to play with this stuff. And what's more exciting, though, really, in my mind, is that the interaction you actually see with the parents, with the kids, which you don't always see
Yeah.
in other places. So I hope that helps them. I know one thing she has wanting to do now is put up a sign. The books are intended to go with the people or
Yeah.
with the kids
Right,
when they
yeah.
leave, but there's not that many actually occurring. So we're trying to make some signage that's specific to help
A
them
little
put.
sign. I need a poster size one saying, please take the book.
Yeah.
Because part of doing that and doing the whole Read Play Learn Center is you get a monthly subscription of books. And my manager actually just texted me this morning a picture of we got our next monthly shipment of Scholastic books. They're specially curated for little kids. So and then how many laundromats are the parents comfortable setting their babies and toddlers down on the floor?
I've been in
Yeah.
many, and the percentage is pretty low.
And most of them, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of ick in some of them, and they have not been great.
Yeah.
But I've been in some great ones. And speaking of great ones, let's talk about Laundry Station. You guys have been immensely successful. What is your secret sauce? Why we're at 2 locations? We're probably looking at more in the future. What's the secret to your success?
Clean, safe, friendly. So, okay, this is not a politically correct statement. Most laundromats are built by men. Sorry, guys. Look at it, and most of them are great. They're awesome, but there's so many of them that, in my opinion, it looks like I'm walking to a garage. And it's not the welcoming factor that you want. Have your wife help you design it. Have your mom help you design it. But I'm looking at it from a mom's perspective. My kids are grown, but back when they were little, if I had to go to laundromat and I had a big laundry basket and I'm dragging kids with me, what kind of a place would I want to go in to do? I shouldn't, if my laundry drops on the floor, I shouldn't feel like I have to rewash it because it's
Right.
nasty and dirty now.
Yep.
Is it safe for me to turn my back, go over here, take the wash out, move it to the dryer? Is my child going to be okay sitting at a table, or is somebody sketchy? Am I going to be afraid they're going to get grabbed and taken out the door?
Yep.
Automatic doors. I got laundry in one hand, holding the kid. Got to be able to have automatic doors, 0 entry, clean, safe, friendly, bright, LED lighting. Outside at night, LED lighting all around the building. You can look in and see exactly what's going on. The windows are not blocked. So looking at it from the customer's point of view, and the holy grail of customer is that mom with a bunch of kids. Now, if you can nail that one, everybody else is going to like it too. The guys will like it. You guys will do laundry in a garage and with a top load washer. You don't care.
And it's really something that even after you're open, you should occasionally take those walks through your store with the eyes of a customer to identify, all right, what friction points did I miss? Like, what do I need to kind of adjust or adapt?
Yeah, listen to the feedback from the customers. And it's really easy to put the $1.5 million, $2 million. Granted, we own our real estate and we're in the Midwest, so numbers, your mileage may vary, but it's really easy to buy into a franchise and open the big new shiny franchise store. And, oh, this is great, and then walk away from it because you think it's passive income.
Right.
The biggest joke in the industry, passive income.
Wait, that's not accurate?
That being said,
It's not passive?
we
I
are-
have to be there.
sitting here talking to you and we are making money right this minute, but I have gotten texts from my manager and stuff's happening. But it's really easy to open that real nice, shiny, clean store, and everybody loves that. But to stay at that level, and we've been open 7.5 years now, to keep that level up and keep those Google reviews up is something else completely. And we still have people that walk in that say, how long has this been open? Only about a year. Is this brand new? Like, no, we've been over 7 years. Like, you're kidding me. I stupidly, although maybe not, I picked out white tile, porcelain tile floors, and it's white. When
The
it's
engineer
clean,
didn't put the brakes on this at all.
I told
Come
him I
on.
wanted white.
I did what the boss said.
He wanted concrete. I'm like, no, I want wood. I want tile. I want the highest commercially rated anti-slip tile there is, and it's porcelain and whatever blah blah rating it is. But when it's clean, it's amazing. When it's dirty, it sure looks it.
For sure.
But I know where it needs to go get cleaned up, and people really appreciate that. You can tell that it's clean. Bathrooms, oh my gosh, make sure they're Brian Grell approved, right? They need to be clean. Yeah, just clean. You're going there. People are going there to spend really good money, and we are the high price leaders in our town. I pay my people well. I expect them to clean, and I expect my customers to, when they walk out, they have a great product and a great experience.
Yeah, well said. Well said. How important is technology to your operation?
So let's go back to 2017 when we first bought that piece of land, bare piece of land, and everything was quarters. I had a little rundown laundromat. I owned a laundromat. I bought in, my very first one was closed on January 15th of 2014. And it was run down, a lot of there's a bank of, there's 3-stack dryers, so 6 pockets, old Sissels. 1 pocket worked. Everything else was out of order.
Sissel, way back
Sissel.
machine. Way back machine.
One of them still worked. Bunch of top loaders, few little Horizons, a row hard mount, a Maytag that, anyway, Maytag.
Is there a brand
there
that
was-
was not represented in this store as I look out over the show floor?
Vast majority of stuff was Speed Queen, and guess which brands were still working? Which brand?
I would like to guess right now if I could.
Yes.
Was it Speed Queen?
Yay! It was. So anyway, put in some new equipment. I mean, that was my training. I hadn't even used a laundromat before I bought one ever, except when a little one when I lived in a trailer park, and I used the little top load machines in the trailer park laundry before we got our own washer and dryer. I had never used a coin extractors or anything like that, so it was a learning opportunity. So I bought this little mat. We were still just dating at the time. I am getting to your technology question. Trust me, it's a long way.
Okay,
down.
because the Sissel was scaring me a little bit.
First thing I did, the first equipment I replaced was those went to a scrapper, and I got 3 new stack Speed Queens.
Okay.
So six brand new pockets. And then I worked on the washers. But I got derailed there. New store. Well, so technology. So anyway, so fast forward there. So that was a little bit of the background. I did have a store. The Speed Queens were working and the rest weren't.
Right.
So we got a clean show in Vegas in 2017. We just bought this piece of land. Meanwhile, finally asked me to marry him. We got married. We moved into Wichita proper. I lived a little closer to this little rundown mat at the time. We moved into Wichita proper. We decided we wanted to build in Wichita, and went to clean show. And there's these super secret, the new stuff that you got to announce. There's a super secret new technology that they're coming out with. And you had to get on a list and be invited. And then there was this little booth or a little room with no windows that you could go into as like spy stuff. And so we got on the list. We went back there and listened. But when we went to clean show, my intent was everything was all quarters, right? You could use the little dongle. Yeah. I had a few quantum gold or quantum silver. I think they're silvers that I could use the little dongle and program it, but you had to hold your computer up and use the dongle and all that. And it was just a pain in the butt. So my background, my computer information systems is what my bachelor's degree is in. I did computer stuff for 25 years, got laid off, transitioned. But yet here we are in an industry that's quarters only. What the heck? So I wanted a credit card system. There was nobody took credit cards in Wichita. I had it narrowed down to there's 2 different brands that I was going to buy. Us like lesser 2 evils. I really don't like the idea of either one of them. And so we go to this technology session, and I'm like, kid in the candy store again. My mouth's open. Steve and I are in the front row.
The checkbook's coming out slowly, or
wiping drool off, because the gentleman giving the presentation was the CIO at the time. and doing, screenshots. This is what we're planning on doing. This is what we're going to do. And I leaned over to Steve and I said, I want it. And he's like, he looks at me and it's like, and he's fiercely taking notes. And I'm taking a few notes, but I mainly like to listen because I know he takes detailed notes. So we cornered the poor guy when he got done for about 30 minutes. I said, look, I have an IT background. This is all brand new technology. We're building a brand new laundromat. Please, 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 if you need a beta tester, can I be it? Please.
So you were the easiest sell in the world.
I hounded him for 6 months until they finally had
That's how we
something
draw it up.
to use. So we were the first laundromat in the United States to open with using the Insights technology and the app payment system. So how important is technology? I'll never open another store without it. I'm so grateful. We still take quarters on our machines just because at our 2 locations, because that was so brand new to Wichita. The concept of what? You can use an app to pay for a machine and start it? What the heck? So, but the reporting, I mean, I'm keeping track of my reports while we're here in Orlando and everything. The litmus test, anything new I bring in to the store, the litmus test is, can I run it or see the results of it from a beach in the Caribbean?
That's pretty good.
As long as I've got internet connection, I need to be able to run it from anywhere in the world, particularly the Caribbean or someplace warm.
And have you tested it? Have you gone?
Ships, on the beach.
On a frequent basis.
On a frequent basis.
Is that a business write-off if you're testing your? Can you do that?
We've tried. We're thinking about it. So
I'm trying to get you in tax trouble. Don't listen to me at all.
In the Caribbean. That might be a different story.
Okay.
we've talked about that
All
before.
right.
So if that's your passive, okay. I'm looking at my reports. Now I still come back. We do work. It's not all got my feet kicked up drinking a little fruity drink with an
Because it
umbrella.
is anything but passive, right?
Come back and then I, working on stuff. But I'm always thinking and trying to do more stuff and trying to improve and make things better.
I'm always curious as people dig into their data. We as business owners, you like to think, I know everything about my business, and then you get access to this data. Is there anything that's eye-opening or anything even now that you look at and go, wow, that's way different than it was 5 or 7 years ago?
App adoption's getting more and more so. One of our payment methods, I always say we have 3 ways to pay. You can do the quarters, traditional quarters, because sometimes people are like, I don't know about this place. I'm trying it out for the first time. I don't want what they consider an invasive app on their phone. Yep. I know there's a new scan to pay technology. That was another reveal at the Clean Show.
Appreciate that. Another plug for the great technology we just launched.
We were asked to test that out, but I had so much other stuff going on at the time, so we didn't. But it looks amazing. So you got a little sticker on there, scan to pay. You can pay with Apple Pay right there or Google Pay or whatever, right out there at the machine. So we have 3 ways to pay. We don't do the scan to pay. So quarters at the machine, you can use the app, or you can go to the customer care center because we are fully attended at both of our stores. We aren't even set up to be unattended. There's no grill to pull down. It's wide open, walk behind the counter, it's open. So pay at the machine. And then we use Wash, Dry, Fold POS as our POS system. There is an API that was announced, I think like 2 days ago for production. Guess who the guinea pig was? We got to test it. Thank you so much.
I feel like we're developing stuff, especially for you, knowing that we have that.
It's all about sharing.
But you know what? I look at all the touch screens everybody's got now, and I think you're welcome. I mean, no, really. There was a lot of bumps. There was a lot of hiccups. But there's things that I don't want to be bleeding edge on. But there are things that I think, that's really solves a pain point in my business.
Right.
And that I'm willing to throw ourselves out there and say, here, run over us with the bus. We'll try it. But the third way to pay is with you pay at the customer care center.
Yep.
And then it sends over the remote end command, and then all you got to do is hit start. So they don't have to use quarters. They don't have to use an app. They can still pay with cash. You want to just come once and wash your comforter.
Sure.
And just pay at the counter and you're done. So I try to make it easy for people to give me their money as much as possible.
I mean, and that's foundational to this business, right? I mean, it's all about removing those friction points. If it's hard for me to do business with you, I just won't. I'll just go to the crappy one down the road and they'll take my quarters and you know,
I don't even
now.
remember what your question was, but
Well,
it had
technology.
something to do
You-
with
you
that.
hit it. You hit it several times, so we're good.
But one of the cool things I would like to just to plug Alliance is, when things are going wrong or
Yes.
things, a phone call to support or to the right people or taking a little bit of patience to get to the right person, you can get to the right person. And what's really interesting is technology will come to you in the right forms if you just take the time to understand what you're really trying to get.
Right.
And I don't know, I just think that it's amazing of how Alliance listens and how
Yeah.
some of that stuff goes into other brands within Alliance and how some of the stuff that crosses from other brands into the Speed Queen line, which is what we actually have most of in our store. So it's really kind of cool.
Right. It's that whole idea of innovating with purpose, right? The
Right.
proximity of the company to the customer, right? Like understanding again those pain points and how we can solve more problems than we create. And then the obviously the second part of that is no different than back in the day with the equipment. Anybody can sell you a piece of equipment, but who's going to come there and replace a pump
Right.
or do whatever it needs to get done?
The service and the relationship, the service and the relationship with your distributor and the relationship with the manufacturer is key. And if you don't have a great, so shout out to Laundry Solutions in Springfield, Missouri, Nick Luzecki and his crew.
You're welcome, Nick.
They are amazing to work with. I mean, if I have a problem or a question, I mean, they're not quite on speed dial, but they figure it out really quickly. So, but I've just been pleased all around. But yeah, if my distributor sucked, I would not be giving them a shout out. Let's just put it that way.
True.
So error by omission.
Exactly right. So we've touched upon a lot. So what does the future look like for you guys? You've got two now. I get a hunch that there might be a third one coming, but I don't want to steal any thunder. I don't know for a fact, but my hunch is knowing you and your competitive nature, there's probably like 5 or 6 more, but I don't know. You tell me. What's the future look like for the business?
Well, we do have an area of Wichita that we're looking at right now. So everything will be in the Wichita area. I don't want anything that's like an hour, 5 hours, or something crazy away from that. But we are looking at a piece.
I believe a half hour is max away from our house.
From our house. So, yeah. Because no matter how passive or whatever, stuff's going to happen, and it's going to require something that your attendant's not going to be able to handle, the manager's not going to be able to handle, or you don't. They might be able to, but let's not screw it up further. We'll go look at it. But we are looking at some property, considering it, thinking about it. There's several areas in Wichita we're thinking about.
Okay.
But location. That is key. I am a real estate broker, so that is, combine that with laundry. Laundry's very location based. It's not something that you can have a very specialty thing and not have the traffic or the storefront and people will come to you. People have to be able to see you, get to you easily, and just make it easy and remove the pain points like you just said.
Right.
Yeah, so at least one more in the immediate future. We aren't getting any younger, but I keep trying.
I keep acting younger.
I agree with that. If you want a 10-year-old, you got it right here.
This is why I love you guys. You have the best energy. They're the best chemistry. It just works. I was going to ask the question of how it works, but it works.
Both together.
I love it. I'm skipping around all over the place, but you brought up, stores being designed by men. You've been in the industry a long time. There's a lot of women coming into this business. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, are people reaching out to you? Are you having more conversations with women on?
There's the women, I don't know how, is it Women's Initiative Women's Laundry Initiative Network, I think is what it is. A great organization. I think they've about talked me into joining it. So I've resisted it up until now. Because I'm not so much collaborative as I'm competitive, but okay,
I've been
I'll do
talking
it.
all week or all show about how collaborative things are, and I'm seeing you just bristle at giving stuff up.
Different. I am a different animal.
Really?
Yeah. My last 11 years
This is a
in
revelation.
the IT world, I worked in an oil refinery in IT. You want to talk male dominated? I was pretty male dominated.
Okay.
So you gotta, it's either you shrink away. Okay, and be afraid of everything, or you just kind of be positive and sure of yourself and get in their face. You got to be confident if you got a problem customer who's giving your attendant a hassle, and you're gonna have to be. You can't say, "Well, now, please, would you go?" No, get out of my store. There's one a mile down the street. Get your laundry. Off you go. You're not coming back. It's your business. Own it.
Right.
But that being said, as tough as I act, I could not have done any of this without this guy. Everybody needs an engineer. Well, he's always got my back no matter what.
Absolutely.
No matter what. I don't care how stupid I am and how much after we leave today, he'll tell me, you shouldn't have said that. But we are a united front in front of people. And he's always got my back no matter what and supports me, even if he thinks it's a stupid idea. If he can prove it on paper, then I'll back off. But and he usually does.
She needs to.
That being said, behind every great man is a strong woman. Well, every annoying woman is a strong man. So, yeah.
That doesn't seem to fit on a shirt as well as the other one, but we'll go with that.
That on the shirt. Every annoying woman is a strong man who has to put up with her crap.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, we are heading into dangerous territory. I'm a little frightened. So I'll lighten it up. So I've been asking people, what's been the nerdiest moment of the show? What's the nerdiest thing you've said, done, heard?
What's the nerdiest thing? Oh, I don't know.
Otherwise, it's been a head scratcher. Most everybody's telling me this robot, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
So at what point, let me switch it up. At what point did you realize I'm a laundry nerd? Like, I enjoy this on a scale that isn't really normal anymore.
Oh, I'm not sure if there was a point. It just gradually sucked me in.
When did that happen?
I fell into it.
It was really at the first store.
Yeah.
Because what you didn't get was some of the other background, how she got into that first store. She'd actually seen that store before she'd purchased it, and it was for sale, and somebody else bought it, and yet then the opportunity came back to buy the same store, and she got it then. So somehow or another, she had got that bug early on, but she also likes to learn from the very beginning. So it's like she just dug right into it. Well, in this industry, the more you dig in, the more there is to learn. And it's easy enough, but yes, challenging enough, because you have the autonomy to do whatever you want to do with your store, which is one of the coolest things about this industry, that you can do anything with your stores that
So many different ways to do business.
you can do anything you want to with your stores. I mean, whether it's the POS system, whether it's the machine pick, the machine, the solutions for the machines, how you program your machines, what equipment you put in, what lighting you have, what floor space you have. We heard a cool new term this morning, which we never heard anybody ever say before, is opening up the space to put the dance floor in, which was really kind of cool to us. Yeah, Mark Taylor made that phrase this morning, which I had never heard before. So there's so many things about the business. I think you can become a nerd from day one. You just have to, and you know what? I think anybody can do that about any business that they've got. You can become a nerd. You just have to embrace it.
Cool as
it would not be as cool as laundry. Well, maybe engineering would be okay.
You guys should probably talk about that after
the show.
I want to
Okay.
get involved in that one.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to stay in laundry. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so what I like about the laundry, the business, which is where I thought you were headed, was there's so many different ways you can do it.
Yes.
You can be attended, you can be unattended, you can be partially attended. You can have coin only, you can be app only, you can be card only, you can be a hybrid of all sorts of mixes, all the different brands, and carpet on your floor, not carpet, or different business models and different looks and just different anyway. I mean, we've come up with a specific business model that our two stores adhere to. We're always looking at there's 2 or 3 others we've talked about doing. I just haven't had the guts to pull the trigger on those yet. Like unattended, but different, but different than other unattended stores, right? Like, so, but the numbers have to work, right? If somebody's not there, if it's not attended, and we do drop-off service, then then the self-service has to stand alone. It has to support all the expenses of that store by itself. But yeah, there's so many different ways you can do this business. And I like the way I got into it, which was a little rundown, cheap store. And it was for sale because there was a divorce happening, unfortunately. But I got into it for a reasonable amount, did an SBA loan, and was able to, I had enough saved up over the years of, I was able to take out a loan from my 401k or whatever.
Sure.
And so that's how financially how I was able to get into it. So it was just a little bitty amount. We've grown from that little nest egg. But boy, I learned so much from that. I learned all the ways an employee can steal from you. That was a great learning.
Many owners do. You're not alone in that realm.
So I became unattended real quick. Yeah.
Well, I want to wrap up. You guys, again, I keep coming back to this team. You guys are a great team, and I know this team is coming off a pretty difficult year. And I don't mean we have to go into it, but I know you're loved by so many people in the industry. I just wanted to give you a chance to update us on where you're at with things and give a shout out.
So why am I a super spreader of viruses? Well, for those of you who might know, I used to have a lot longer hair. It's short, and let's just say this is chemo curls. I had breast cancer last year. It was like in 2023 2023, my mammogram was clean. There was nothing that was seen. 2024, I had a 2.5 centimeter malignant tumor, just one. And so it was breast cancer. Mammogram, you kind of guess that's breast cancer, right? So breast cancer, HER2 positive was the type. It's an aggressive and fast growing type. So had I not had my mammogram last year, do not even be vertical to be talking to you. I might be in a hospital bed or something, but caught it early, went through chemo, lost all my hair. So if you saw pictures of me last year, that was a wig. This is really my hair. Look, it's stuck on, not just glued. And I feel great. I'm, kicked it completely. I have one more tiny little treatment in 2 weeks, and then I'm completely done with treatments. Just see my oncologist once every 6 months for 5 years, and then completely done. But the point of all that is, ladies, get your mammograms every freaking year. Even if you were like me and you had a clean one every single year, you might get hit with that. I don't want to scare anybody, but if you get hit with that fast growing type, you want to catch it early. They've got great treatments. I didn't have any nausea. It's not the whole vomiting thing like it always used to be with.
Right.
I've ran into so many in reading, and even ran into people. We ran into somebody about a week and a half ago visiting his mom, and the gal sat there and was talking to her. It's like, oh, I don't want to go have a mammogram. I don't want to know. And I'm like, seriously? No, don't play the ignorance thing. Go.
Right.
Go. If
For
there's
sure.
a test for something, go do it. It's so simple. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not pleasant. But dying's not very fun or pleasant either. And if something happens to me, this guy is so screwed. So I have to be healthy and hang around, because he couldn't run this laundromats. Right?
You know what? I don't even want to get into the photos of wardrobe and stuff like that. I'm just saying, yes, this is indeed great news for you.
Don't
For sure.
leave. If you can avoid it, don't leave that for your family. Just get the mammogram. If it's clean, yay. Just do it next year.
Absolutely. Like I said, the show's been exciting. There's a lot of great developments, a lot of exciting news. But I think this is some of the best news I've heard. So super happy.
Cancer didn't kill me, so I'm going to try scuba diving. In a couple of weeks, we're going scuba diving. I'm going to learn how to scuba dive.
There you go.
We'll see if that works.
I expect the unexpected now with you guys. So thank you so much for joining us. You guys are always a treat, and I definitely will be at your next Laundry Cares.
Next year at the other laundromat.
I do not want to get in trouble. I will be there. I do not want to get on your bad side. I know this. I know this. It scares me, and I will be there. So thank you for joining us. And thanks to everybody watching. You know what? Make sure and stop by 1505 and get your Laundry Nerd shirt. Make sure and follow us on your streaming platforms. There's so much more to come. Thanks a lot.